Thank you.
All right. All right. All right.
Barry, do you have, well, you've said you've been here just under a year. Do you
No,
have
over a
anybody?
year.
Oh, did you say over a year?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Do you have anybody in your organization yet?
Well, I brought my wife and my daughter are
Oh, nice.
we teamed up, so just doing a little mini team action. So far so good, but
Aw-
haven't had anybody else yet.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm going to talk a little bit today about co-sponsoring, which is public now, so I can talk about it. I knew about it a few weeks ago, being in the top 1% of EXP attractors. So, but I want to kind of elaborate on it for people. But it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna make it even easier. Actually, I shouldn't say easier because it's not easy attracting agents. Let's be honest. But this is gonna make it's gonna make it so it's a lot more attractive. I'll use that word. Hello, Eric.
Hello.
All right,
We have our guest starting at 1:45. So, do you want to go ahead and do the
let's hold off on let me do that after our special guest because I might need more than 10 minutes with questions and stuff. Plus, I want to make sure that everybody that's on is on. So what do we have on the agenda that we could go ahead and get started with now?
a
Well,
bunch of
first of
stuff.
all, how do we start our meetings? Who's got wins?
Oh,
Shauna, you have a win. Tell us about it. I had to get off the call early. Unmute.
I do have a win. I'm going to I'm going to have
not
a realtor.
hopefully.
I said it. I changed it.
Yeah.
I changed
You,
it. I'm
you're
going to have a realtor underneath me here soon. She
nice.
seems, yeah, I'm super excited. She seemed very sweet. And I like the whole process and the call, and I just feel excited.
Good, yeah. She seemed super smart, and
Hmm?
we found out in this attraction call, this person was an NSA. An NSA is a non-sponsored agent. When anybody reaches out to EXP from anywhere in the country and says, "Hey," like this one, for example, is in Kern County, Bakersfield. So I'm in a workplace feed for the top 1% attractors at EXP, and I saw they had somebody that needed a sponsor in Kern. So I thought of Shauna right away. We got Shauna set up on a three-way call with me and her, and this agent that's coming on, she's actually newly licensed in California with no transactions, but it turns out after being on the call with her, we found out she's actually is licensed in Nevada for the past 5 years and does have some closings under her belt. So what's cool about multi-state here at EXP is when you have, I have somebody, Anna Lee, is in our organization. She has she has a license in 4 different states, yet she only pays $85 a month for all 4 states because it's EXP, right? We're not a franchise, we're one company. So it's really cool when you can have people come on and have to only pay that one monthly fee and have everything in one place. I mean, it's such a time saver and it just makes everything nice. So
And real quick on that, Shauna, I sent you both
I just saw
templates.
him coming in.
Yeah, it says from Jeff because I sent it through CRM Grow. So you're just going to customize that for you and then send it to her.
Yeah, I just saw him popping in on my phone, so I got you.
Okay, cool. All right, awesome.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah, absolutely. We appreciate you.
And I'm
Yes,
I'm
we do.
excited to meet a new friend too up here.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got to get some friends up in Kern County. They're all down there where
Nah.
you are.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know why my
So
screen's
who's
not
got the
working.
second win?
I can go. I showed two properties today, and I was just telling Chloe, I'm like, my showings with these buyers always last like an hour each, and it's a lot. But anyways, we're gonna be writing an offer. So
Nice. Good job.
yeah, and it's the first one I can say that they're like, they're hard to read, but I feel like they really like they really like it. So
Good.
Now I just need to get it for him.
Very good. Well, good luck. You got this.
Thank you.
I'll take the third one. It looks like I've got 2 going into escrow this week.
Hey, Rich.
Nice.
Nice, buddy.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Good job, man.
and one of them I'll get to sell again after he gets it renovated, so.
That's even
Oh, even
better.
better. Yeah.
Double whammy.
Nice. May I ask where you got the deals from? It sounds like they're both buyers.
One of them is an investor that I picked up off
That's
of
scary.
open house in Yorba Linda.
Nice.
And so he bought about a one, let's see, I think it's 1,560,000 in Anaheim Hills, and it'll probably sell for about 2.3 when he's done with it, renovation wise.
Very nice. Wow, that's awesome.
And the other one is the property in Yorba Linda.
Oh, the one you had listed?
Yeah, it's still
Oh.
listed, but we've got 3 that are in multiple counter offer now.
Nice.
So it
Did-
looks like one of those is gonna come through.
So
That's awesome.
did it go through on the auction or did it go through on the regular?
It went through regular,
Okay.
but I can't complain about that. I mean, I've picked up probably at least 10 to 15 buyers out of it. And we generated over 500 buying entities through the property in open houses in the last 2 months.
Wow, that's great.
That's
Talk
awesome.
about silver lining.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
All right.
awesome.
That's on the high end of the how many transactions I'm supposed to get out of every listing, but I'm not gonna complain about that, that's for sure.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
certainly would.
absolutely.
Deal,
cer-
since they're all in a nice price range, so.
Right, right. Cool. All right, there's our 3 wins. What's the first thing on the agenda, Miss Kelly? We've got about 7 minutes before our special guest comes on.
Do you want to show how to set up the KB core number?
The KB core. I don't know how to do that. I did it like
Oh.
5 years ago.
I'll do it.
I just called them KV Core.
Let me log in.
I went in the world and they helped me do
I'm
it
gonna
all.
log in and show you guys how to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Let her show you because you can probably pick an area code, maybe even a prefix. I don't know. We'll see in a second. But the other thing too is I think you can do a vanity number if you wanted to. I mean, that's if you want to. I don't have a vanity number, believe it or not.
What would a vanity number be?
You know, like
949.
7949 call Rich.
Okay.
Sorry,
Like a
Having
vanity license
screen
plate.
problem.
So where you can take the numbers and turn them into words.
Yeah. If you pick the words and if the number's available, then you so yeah, you get to versus having a list of numbers and you just pick out of 100 numbers. Okay, this one looks pretty fancy.
All right, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
So on KB core, my screen keeps going in and out. I don't know what's going on.
Promote your next open house and delight your seller.
Okay, so you go to Marketplace.
Which if you guys need somebody to hold that open house, I'll do a weekend open house for you on that one.
Thanks, it's going into escrow today.
But you can still hold it up, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Heck, I would still hold it open because who knows? Escrows fall out and you can still get some buyer leads.
You need somebody that's coming weekend?
All
let's
ears.
offline right now.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so I want to stay in track. Marketplace. So Marketplace.
Can you close that red thing for us? Thanks.
Is it Marketplace? Vanity domain. It's been a while since I've done this.
Heck,
And
I
this
don't
is-
even know. I don't even know where you're at.
It's down there someplace, Kelly.
I know they added a
That's hard
bunch
as
of
heck to
things.
find. It took me 4 tries.
Well, no, they added a bunch of
That's why it took 4 tries. It's hard to see it.
mm,
Is it personal smart number?
yes.
Yeah.
Right it is, right here.
Oh, you saw it. We
So-
didn't.
All right, so you click on that. Oh my gosh, Chloe, you told her, right? Okay. Okay. Okay, personal smart number, and then just hit buy now. That's how easy it is.
Let's see the features real quick.
Don't go so far down. Go back up. What was
No,
the
I
button
just
that-
hit, well, no, he asked
Good.
features, so
Yeah.
I'm showing you guys the features. That's the,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, see directly routed calls and texts. So yeah, so it's not just calls that will go to another agent if you don't have that phone number in your CRM without this personalized number. It's the text too. So yeah, I mean, I strongly suggest if you're using KV Core the way it should be used in your business daily, like you should be, get a smart number. You do yourself a favor because God forbid a client calls you from a number that you don't have in your KV Core, and then it just goes to some other random agent in your area. That's not good. You don't want that to happen.
Can you roll up what was it? It said right above, right there, Kelly.
that's just how it works.
So where can you publicize it?
Anywhere
Okay.
on your marketing materials.
Yeah. Business card, flyers.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Sure.
Okay.
I think it's
Sorry.
like 27 a month, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
That's what it said. Oh, I think that might be for a toll free though, because
no, it's not.
oh,
You
okay,
have
because
to,
I saw.
oh, did they change it?
I don't know. I haven't been here in so long. Preferred area code, go to the top.
Oh, sorry. That's why it says, my gosh, I'm out of my mind. All right. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Someone loaded like 100 Z buyers and my phone won't stop ringing. Like it's driving me freaking bananas. Okay. Anyways, you put your preferred area code in there and then it will come up. And the cost is,
I think it's $27.
I think so too.
Because I
Yep,
just
right
did
here.
it a few weeks ago.
$27 right here. All right, any questions on that? So if you're using KV Core, this is a must. So you don't have a personal cell phone number, that number is not going to ring to you all the time unless they're in your CRM. So
Wait,
unless the contact is in your CRM and someone calls the phone number that's not personalized, then it could get routed to anyone.
and let me elaborate when Kelly says the contact. Unless you have his wife's number, any number that they're going to call from, a work number, you have to have all that in there. Unless you have a smart number, then it doesn't matter what number they call you from, it's going to go directly to you. Anybody have any questions? It's a little confusing. So if you have a question, please ask. Man, you're good, Kel. Everybody got it.
Yeah,
Cool.
that was pretty good.
Did someone remind Austin?
Not my job, but no, I
Let
didn't.
me check with him. We just talked to.
All right. Let me go back to the agenda.
Oh, you just gave away who it is, but I gave it away on the call earlier today. So
So I'm gonna include these links, but when we were at Cabo, when we were at the Cabo event, let me see how I can do this. Hold on one second. It's all of Rob Flick's information, like all of his links. Where's my, oh my gosh. Talk about, my screens keep going in and out. I don't know what's going on with my computer. We're not going to go through these, but I'll let you know what they are. Rob Flick wealth chart training. If you haven't watched it, it's a must.
oh yeah, that was good. Oh wait. The
I'll go
middle
over that
one.
in a minute. I'll go over that in a
Okay.
minute. And then interview on how with Rob Flick on financial freedom. That's a really good one. If you don't know Rob Flick, he's amazing. So, and then right here, another wealth chart training, and then his presentation slides from Cabo. It's right here as well. So, oh no, sorry. His presentation slides for oh yeah, for EXP. There's a residential and then the commercial as well. And
So-
then this one right. Oh, go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say, we'll put that in the links for
Yeah,
these.
it'll be in the notes. There's a bunch.
Yeah.
There's 5 links. And
They're-
then
they're-
this one,
Real quick, I was just gonna say they're definitely worth the watch. Kelly and I paid, thousands of dollars to go to this event, and that's where we got those. So we're bringing them back to you for nothing. So seriously, watch them and watch your attraction skills increase incredibly. Okay, go ahead, Kelly.
I guess we can play this real quick.
Austin's on the
Oh,
call, by the way.
Yeah, I just let him in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you want to explain that before you play it.
I was going to,
Oh, okay.
but
Well,
I
let's
didn't
get
know
Mr.
Austin
Austin on. Hey, Austin.
We are. Oh my goodness, gotta love the unmute button sometimes. How are you?
I am fabulous. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on your call.
Yeah, no problem, man. I just, I was just telling a lot of my team this morning how what did I say? I look up to, how old are you now? 22 or 23?
23.
Yeah,
the
I
big
look up to
2-3.
a 23-year-old kid, and he's crushing it. He's doing better than I am. So I want to talk about, just kind of your history, like back when I met you, and I think you were like, what were you probably, hang on, you were
14 probably. It's been
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah, I met this guy when he was 14 because I've been going to Club Wealth for 7 years now, and he was just some little kid and helping his dad out, and now the guy's doing. How many transactions did you do last year?
Let's say right around 100, I believe we did. Last
100
year.
transactions. That makes me feel like this, right? But that's great. I'm really so happy for you. I'm enamored. So
I appreciate it.
let's so this is not our entire organization obviously, but this is recorded and there's a lot of people that will watch it after. But I'll open up for Q&A after you talk. But can you tell us just tell us a little bit, about like maybe when you first got your license and just some history to bring us to where you are now.
Yeah.
And what I really want to capitalize on is how Success Leaves Clues. You're surrounded by very successful people at Club Wealth, and you're just doing what they do consistently.
Yeah,
But go ahead.
absolutely. Yeah, so let's see. I've grown up in the industry. A lot of you guys know my dad, Michael Hellickson. So I've grown up in the industry as a whole. When I got my license and taking my license, I was kind of like, oh, yeah, I know real estate. It's not a big deal. So I didn't study for my test at all. And I failed my real estate exam 3 times. I'm like, maybe I should study. Right. So I finally ended up studying and I passed my real estate exam. I'm like, all right, awesome. Now I got my license. And then again, I was under the whole prideful mindset of, oh, well, my dad was back in the business. I don't need any really help per se. And I had one day, I had a couple of my team members that were supposed to be coming into the office to make phone calls on January 1st. January 1st is the very best day for expired of the year. Nobody showed up. And there was 1,200 expireds that came in that day. I'm like, well, freaking A, I'm going to go ahead and call those guys and show them what's up. So I called all these expireds. I set 12 listing appointments in one day. 11 of them showed up and I signed 0. And I'm just like, dude, I'm done. This sucks. I was very demotivated and demoralized by that whole experience of, well, if I just don't know what I'm doing, right? That said, fast forward to the end of 2022, and that's when this was, I ended up signing 98 listings that year. In January, I'd signed 0. 2023, I signed just over 100. And that's 125 in 2023, excuse me. 2024, I signed 160 something. So,
Dude.
and then last month was 18. So I think I'm about 40 or 50 on the year so far. So that said, it's a lot of work and it's a lot of consistent habits. And I've learned a lot through great folks like Jeff, through a lot of other people throughout the Club Wealth organization. But above everything else, it comes down to your consistent daily habits, right? Jeff and I have always talked about there's 3 things as a team member that you need to be focusing on every single day: lead generation, lead follow, lead conversion, right? So what does that look like, right? Lead generation. What am I doing to put myself out there to market myself not only as a team member within Russell Realty or within the organization, but what am I doing to drive business? Number 2, you got to follow up those leads, right? Not only on team provided leads or organization provided leads, you need to be following up with every single person that you can, putting notes in your CRM. I know EXP has a CRM, and so do you guys use Follow Up Boss within the organization as well, or is it mainly just KV Core?
KV Core, yeah.
Right? And KV Core is a very big CRM as well for a reason. And then you convert the leads. I mean, you have to be going on appointments every single day. Think about it this way. Let's do some very, very, very simple math. Let's say you go on 1 appointment every single day. That's 5 appointments a week. That would be what? 250 appointments a year that you're going on, right? At 1 appointment every single day. And let's say hypothetically you're the absolute worst closer in the world and you close 1 listing every single week. Guys, that's 50 listings a year right there at 1 listing signed per week. And that's assuming you only close 20% of the appointments that you go on. That's assuming you're absolutely horrible, have no clue what you're doing at all whatsoever. It's 50 listings a year, right? Everyone wants to talk about how real estate's this big rocket science thing. Follow the systems that your organization has. 1 listing every single week. That's 50 a year. And again, if you absolutely suck in half those close or go on the market, etc., that's 25 deals a year. You're at the top 1% nationwide at that point. Congratulations.
Yep. That's awesome. So, wow. So I understated. You see, I think, did you say 163? Is that what I heard?
163, 164 last year. That included REO. So like retail is probably 130.
Yeah. Jesus, man, this guy's a monster. What about, okay, so tell the story about the 1 listing appointment you went on where you had to sleep in your car.
Oh man, I'm actually, as we speak, I'm actually heading over towards that same city again. So wintertime in Washington, our mountain pass is closed because it gets snowy. So I had like a Saturday listing appointment in Eastern Washington. And then, I hope somebody answers that Google call. I was going heading to Eastern Washington. It's normally about a 3-hour drive, but the mountain pass was closed and they had no signs of reopening. So I had to drive from Seattle to Portland, and Portland basically all the way to Idaho along the Washington-Oregon border just to get to this appointment. So I get to Hood River, Oregon, which is about halfway from, call it, the ocean to Idaho. And I went to the Holiday Inn Express. I'm like, hey, I'd like to get a room. They're like, can I see your ID? And they're like, you're only 20 years old. You can't get a hotel room. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So I had to sleep in my car overnight, obviously freezing, in the back of like basically like the back of a Jeep, right? It's a super small space.
FJ, isn't it?
Yep, my FJ.
Yeah.
I had to turn my car on every once in a while, but I couldn't keep it running overnight because I was in a Walmart parking lot. And then on my way, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna wake up early. So I woke up early. I hit a bird. My car hits a bird on the way to my appointment, breaks my grill. So my headlights just flapping like this on the way to the appointment. And then I get to this house. I go inside the home. I meet with him for maybe 10 minutes and the seller kicks me out. So it was a 7-hour drive, this entire experience just to get kicked out of the house. But I will say this, this opportunity experience taught me something very valuable. What expectations am I setting with those that I meet with?
Mm-hmm.
This was a cash offer seller. Mentally, as a listing agent, I want to list their home. I told him I was going to bring him cash offers. Well, he didn't like the cash offer option, nor did he want to list his home because I never explained why it was the better fit for him. Now, in hindsight, I probably would have ended up listing that home would I have set proper expectations with him beforehand, but I didn't, which is my fault. So that's kind of the good old Tri-City story.
Yeah, interesting. So 7 hours one way for a listing appointment. I mean, talk about like that's insane. I don't know anybody that would do that.
It's normally a 3.5, 3 hour drive, but again, I'm just like, well, crap. I don't want to cancel on the seller because it's a seller willing to meet, and I got to learn how to meet more people.
Right.
So it was an interesting experience nonetheless.
That's awesome. That's incredible. And okay, so now tell us about how many people you have on your team now. When did you actually start a traditional team?
So I started day one with a traditional team. Let's see, I have
Wait, you started day one of your real estate career with a team.
Yes.
Okay. What's that look like?
So I have, as of right now, I have 4 full-time recruiters, 4 ISAs, 3 in-person admins, 2 virtual assistants, 8 agents onboarding to the team, and I think 13 or 14 currently on our team.
Okay,
So
I
a
don't know
decent
about
size.
I
Go
don't know
ahead.
about you all, but hearing that, like I'm just like, holy crap, man. This guy is 23 years old, been in the business for how many years?
2021, so 3, 4
Two.
years.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. You're killing me, Smalls. All right, keep going.
And so that's the size of our organization right now. And right now we have 14 homes under contract.
Wow.
And
And
a
I
lot of
love and
Go ahead.
you know, look, he's not even braggadocious. He's just like a matter of fact. I love this guy. What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say about I mean, transparently, a lot of those are newer folks in the industry, and a lot of those folks haven't ever closed a deal before,
Mhm.
right? The thing is again, you have to focus on those 3 things every single day. I'm not sure how many new folks you have within your organization, but if you guys all focus on the lead generation, lead follow, lead conversion, and again, what can I do to go on one appointment every single day? Right? What can I do at one person every single day? Then guess what? You're making that step forward. How can I have 5 real estate related conversations every single day? If you focus on the small and simple things, great things will come to pass and you'll see a lot of great success.
Yeah, 100%. Wow. All right. Well, thank you, man. That was
Yeah.
awesome. And I hope we have some questions in the audience. And if you can turn on your video, guys, that would be awesome. But who's got questions for Mr.
Oh.
Austin Hellickson? Sharice, you just turn on your video. Okay, cool. All right, thank you. We appreciate that. Eric's got a question. Go
The
ahead.
man, the myth, the legend, Eric Bangle.
I don't know about that. But I do have I do have at least one question. You said having one appointment per day, and that seems easy, but in reality, it probably isn't. What do you do to get that one listing appointment per day?
I have a very big database of sellers that I have. I think we have 80,000 people in my database now. So I can call to my database and get one appointment each day. Today I set 3 listing appointments myself. If all you had was FSBOs, canceled, and expired listings, you should be able to get to at least 1 to 2 appointments every single day. One thing that I like to do is I have the RedX and Espresso Agent. Those are just database sources for expired FSBOs and canceled. I upload those into my CRM every single day. I use Lofty personally. So not only do I have fresh expireds, I have those old ones as well. Those old ones will end up relisting as well. So on that note, now I'm just building a massive database of sellers who have wanted to sell within the past 2 years, and they may have never ended up selling, right? Go and call those people. Call those people that that tried to sell. They wanted to list, but they couldn't end up closing. If you mastered for sale by owners, canceled listings, and expireds, you're very easily just on that $200,000 plus each year in gross commission income. And my expired
Okay.
script, to role play it very, very briefly with Jeff, is nothing fancy. It's just ring, 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 ring.
Hello.
Hey, is this the owner of 123 Main Street?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. I apologize. My name's Austin. I actually am on the Russell Realty Group with EXP. Does our team name ring a bell to you?
I think I've heard of EXP.
Awesome. Yeah, EXP is a big company. Well, I saw your place came off the market the other day, marked as unsold. Are you still interested in selling?
Unsold, really. It should be on the market.
Yeah, no, I see it came off this morning, marked as unsold. Wait, would you still sell if you could?
Oh yeah, of course, absolutely.
Boom. And that's the most important thing, right? He's saying he's interested in selling now. You have a hand raiser who's wanting to sell their home. Now at that point, it's your phone call to mess it up. Set the appointment, meet with them, sign the listing, go to the next one.
Rinse and repeat.
Yep.
What did
Nice.
you say that you mastered? FSBO's expired. So what was the third one?
Canceled listings. So canceled,
okay.
canceled / expired. Yeah, withdrawn, whatever you guys call them in your market.
Okay.
Because again, if you focus on just those three things, it's super easy. One thing I love doing is calling for sale by owners on Zillow that have bad pictures, ones that don't upload any pictures, ones that have like crooked pictures, etc. Because that can bring them value, saying, "Hey, Eric, I see your place is listed on Zillow for sale by owner. Just wanted to make sure you knew that your pictures were messed up." It's a pattern. It's a pattern interrupt. They're not expecting me to say that. Like, well, what do you mean my pictures are messed up? They're not going to hang up on you at this point because they want to know what's going on with their house, right? Oh, well, it looks like the front picture's crooked and I see the driveway only in the second one, etc. Just want to make sure you knew about those pictures. Awesome, right? And then you can ask them, well, I guess, Eric, out of curiosity, why did you decide to go for sale by owner? Now they're going to give you the 9 times out of 10, well, I don't want to pay an agent. And what do I say? I don't blame you. Who would? Right? If I can help you net what you're looking to net, would you be opposed to meeting and hearing what we could do for you? Well, who's going to be opposed to that? Take all the work off, they make the same amount of money and don't have to deal with anything. Where do I sign?
Yep.
Right?
Awesome. Good stuff. Thank you. All right, who's got another question?
Austin, are those appointments in person or on Zoom?
If it's vacant land, I will do Zoom. 99% of the time, I like to do in person. It's a lot, you get less objections in person and they're easy to convert in person.
Yeah, make the appointment and get off the phone. Just like take the
Yep.
listing and get out to your car, get out of there.
And run.
End the
Yes.
conversation. Don't I have talked myself out of so many listings. I can't even tell you. I mean, I'm a high I, I'm a high D. The I just keeps going, man. You can't shut me off, right, Kelly?
Yep.
All right. Who's got the next question for Mr. Hellickson? Mr. Hellickson. This guy's a kid, man.
Baby Hellickson.
Oh, you're not a kid.
I'm just teasing you. He knows I'm teasing him.
Yep.
Hey,
Who else has one?
he's doing grown man stuff, right?
He sure is, man.
Yeah,
Trying to.
absolutely.
At a high level. All right. Anybody else have one? Rashawn, you don't have a question, Rashawn? Come on. I'm gonna pick on you.
I think I've asked Austin a few questions on our lead gen, so.
Awesome.
Wait, say again?
He's already
you say?
asked it. He's
Oh, you
asked
already,
it.
oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
okay, cool. All right, cool. Well, I know you're a busy young man, so and
I'm
you're
gonna be hitting the
looks
road
like
while we're talking.
looks like you pulled off the road to take the call, so we do appreciate that. You're probably on the way to an appointment.
Well,
Or
I got
anyway.
that 3-hour drive ahead of me today, and then another 3-hour drive back home.
Sweet, man. All right, well,
Yes.
thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. And thanks for sharing all that with us.
Thanks,
Anytime.
Austin.
And you guys ever need anything for myself, just ask Jeff for my cell. I'm more than happy to help you guys out. But I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much,
See you in
Jeff.
Thank
Nashville.
you.
Thanks for your
Later.
time,
See you in
Austin.
Nashville. Of
Bye.
course.
All right.
All
Can
right.
can you guys believe that? Man, when I talk to him, I'm just like, that's motivating, right? If nothing else. So, and yeah, he's a great guy. So, anyway, any questions while he's gone for me about us or Club Wealth or anything? No?
I would just challenge everybody on this call to get one listing appointment a day. Seems pretty easy.
And it doesn't have to be an appointment where you're going to take a listing or you're going to sell someone a house. Just go on appointments. Like I went on one. What was the last one I went on where it was just? Oh, I'm going on Tuesday. Oh no, Chloe took the call. Was that a Google call? That
Yeah,
one?
it was a Z buyer.
Z-Buyer leads, guys. By the way, you can get them through Club Wealth on the cheap. They are so cheap. They're called leads like candy. They're very inexpensive. They're not the best leads, but you just call them. Well, I have it set up so with my CRM, so it automatically, when we get the lead, we have a system that calls the lead and calls Kelly, Chloe, and my whole office, and we know what that is. We know it's a Z-Buyer lead. We pick it up, and it's ring. It's like picking up the phone and calling them, right? And so you don't have a choice. The phone rings and it connects you with that Z-Buyer, so that we're the speed to lead, the first one. Anyway, Chloe had a conversation with him and it went pretty well. Really well, right? He just wanted to know how much his home was worth, or a cash offer, one or the other, or both. And she immediately reached out to me, "Hey Jeff, I just talked to this guy, but I feel you can get an appointment with him." So I immediately picked up the phone, called him, and had a chat with him. He has a house in Fullerton, and it's funny. He told me, he's like, "Yeah, I think it's worth about $1 million." Well, it's worth 1.2. And I'm not sure, if we're going to be selling. I'm old. It's got a second story. But anyway, I won't. I'll cut this short. Bottom line is, he has a business, commercial building that he needs to sell, as well as his house, and he's going to be moving within the year. So I have an appointment. So I made an appointment with him to go see him on, I think, tomorrow afternoon. And I'm not going to take a listing on either one, but it's getting that, belly to belly, it's a sales term, relationship with him. And then I'm going to start dripping on him and loving on him, right? Sending him, newsletters and calling him once a quarter until he lists with me. It's so back to what I was saying, just make an appointment, just make an appointment for coffee or whatever, but just make the appointments and I promise they'll come to fruition. But if you're not making the appointments, it's not going to happen.
All right.
And use your
Oh.
CRM, please. Everybody's got a free CRM. I say free, we pay $85 a month, but trust me, KV Core is $500 a month if you wanted to buy it and you weren't with EXP. So it's really one of the best tools in your tool belt. All right, Kelly's trying to shut me up. Go ahead.
Yes. No, I'm just joking.
I know, I'm just
No,
kidding
we just
too.
have we have a list of stuff. Okay.
yeah.
All right. So I wanted to show, I know Jeff was going to go over co-sponsoring, but I do want to show everyone, because this was some questions on the huddle. So if you don't have ChatGPT, I would recommend getting it and pay for it. It's worth every penny. I want to show you a couple things.
There's a free version though, right?
There is a free version, but the paid one, oh my gosh, I'm gonna turn off my phone, Chloe. It's driving me freaking bananas. Sorry. Okay. I'm gonna show you a couple things. So, let me do this. Sorry. Let me download this. So I volunteer for the Assistance League. It's a nonprofit here in Orange County. Actually, they're all over. We're hitting our 70th year next year. Anyways, and I do all their social media. So all their postings, all their I do a lot. That's like my contribution to them. But what I can do, which I do sometimes if I'm having a hard time figuring something out, I can take a photo, okay, load it in here, write a short social media post for the Assistance League of Huntington Beach.
Now, when you say a picture without writing and with
No,
writing,
well,
either or,
because
because this has
I
writing.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't done one without writing, but I'm sure it'll probably, I don't know.
It'll write something. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
That's pretty cool.
I mean, come on, guys. How amazing is this?
Because you know how long it would take me to think of that, and trust me,
Yeah,
I'd leave
it's
half
great.
that out.
Now do this. Please add keywords. It's going slow today. I don't know why.
Oh, that's not gonna fix it.
Well,
Hmm.
I was connected to Wi-Fi, so I didn't know.
Oh, I see. Oh, I got you. I see what you're saying. Yeah, that might.
But okay, so there we go. I don't know why it's never this slow. Maybe I stumped it. So it adds your pictures, it adds keywords, it'll add you know, the date. So it pulls things from the graphic and then it'll write something for you. But you can, you know, add keywords or change the hashtags or add keywords to affect, you know, to increase SEO, you know, whatever you want to
Wow.
do, it can customize it. So I wanted to show you all that. That is on the paid version. So you need to pay for it. But again, I mean, I think that's awesome. All right.
What's add keywords? What did it add? I didn't see what it added.
Grandma's attic and basement.
Okay.
No, that's already in there. Let's see.
Is the keywords
Oh,
the
discover, featuring maybe, explore.
so the keywords is not the what do you call those
No,
things
those
at
are
the end?
hashtags.
Hashtags. Okay, because there's more. That's why I ask. Okay.
Or keywords like Google words, things that
Yeah,
like Google's picking up.
Right, right.
And it knows that by just saying keywords.
It should, but I just
Okay.
did it, changed it again to increase SEO.
Okay, cool.
But look at if you look, so see what it added? Perfect for antique lovers, bargain hunters, right?
Bargain, yeah.
So it's including, so like if I was to post something, this would be the best post because it's gonna trigger the most people in the social media world.
Okay, cool.
Questions on that?
It's awesome.
No questions? You guys are so quiet. All right, let me show you another one. So I
use
know a lot.
I use AI all day, ChatGPT and Claude GPT. I'm using it constantly.
Yep.
Nice.
So create a drip campaign
Oh yeah, this is a good one, guys. Like this is
for
huge.
open house attendee follow-up.
So you just cut and
So,
paste this into your KB core. Go ahead.
well, no,
Oh, okay.
no.
I'll let the pro talk, sorry.
So it's going to create a drip campaign for you. Obviously, this is a drip campaign that's created from ChatGPT. What do you need to do with this?
Make it yours.
Yes.
Edit it.
Yes. So read through it. Don't just copy and paste it. But again, this is an email. Then the next day, and you can, so it's going to write everything out. Okay. Let's wait till it's done so I can show you.
How cool is that? I used to
And
sit at
then
the computer and try and do this on
Me
my own. Like, look
me
at this.
too.
This
It was
is
horrible. So it does that, and then you can say once it stops going, add text message and call reminders.
very cool.
So day 30 final check. So just a 30 days. But then we can say, oh geez. Okay, then we can go here. And say add that. So then it will go in and add, it'll create a whole new one and it'll add text message communication and then call reminders in there as well. So that way when you're loading it into your KB Core, your Lofty, whatever CRM you use, you have everything set up to do the action plan, text message, call reminder, right? So day one, and then if you don't want to do a text message the same day, right? Then put, you can adjust it here to whatever you want. But this is an example, but it basically text message, day 10, call reminder. So does that make sense to everyone? Because I know a lot of people have been asking about drip campaigns, and this is where you get it. Questions?
I think that's awesome.
Does anyone want this drip campaign? I mean, I have it. You got to talk. Someone has to say something.
Yeah, speak up if you
Okay,
want.
I'm
I
eating,
know.
please, yeah, please send it over.
I created a drip
Alright.
campaign without ChatGPT a couple years ago, and it took me a month.
Yeah, exactly.
It takes a
Painful.
long time. So I will make sure Chloe gets this to everyone. But was this helpful for anyone?
That's huge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay.
And I think
Yes, very
a
nice.
few sessions ago I was mentioning an expired listing campaign. So this would be the place to go to help create that.
Yeah, it was you that asked for that, and that's why we did that. Yeah.
Yep,
Cool.
that's why we did that. I couldn't remember who asked for it. Jeff actually brought it up and said, "Can we go and?" Anyways, yeah, this is how you do it, and then you can customize it. You can change the tone of it. There's
Mhm.
so much you can do. The only thing that I have to just please make sure you're proofing it, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
don't just cut
Um,
and paste it.
Don't just cut and paste it. Maybe you don't like the way it's saying it. Maybe who knows. But I love this, and it does everything for you. And the follow up and the reminders, the call reminder, I think that's awesome. So, anyways,
And it might take a little time to do this, a lot less than a month. Take a little bit of time, but I promise you, you start using your CRM the way it's supposed to be used, and you start setting these things up. Once you set it up, that's it. You only have to do it once, right? All you're doing, and then you just activate the plan for new people, depending on what they are, open house, expired, FISBO, whatever. But get them in there, because I mean, it works for you while you sleep, right? Why would you want to try and do it on your own? I mean, automate it. 'Cause, I mean, we've got so many incredible tools to help us as realtors, but if we're not using it, then if we're not using it, then you're losing it. I just made that up. All right, what do we got now? We got just about 12 minutes left, right? Co-sponsoring?
yeah, we need to do co-sponsoring. Yeah, because I just wanted to make sure we did include the link in the huddle notes. We will include them again today, but I just wanted Jeff kind of do a high level overview. EXP does have a toolkit out, but this is a great opportunity, and Jeff can kind of touch. We might go a little over 2:30, but I think this is really important. And Jeff actually just had a co-sponsor call right now with someone that reached out to him. So Jeff, I'll well, back to you.
Okay. All right, who knows what co-sponsoring is other than Eric Bengal? I knew he'd know. Anybody? Have you heard of it? You've heard of it. Okay. Co-sponsoring is basically, let's say I have somebody that wants to join EXP and join a team in Florida. Well, before May 1st, that's when it starts, May 1st. So this is brand new, hot off the press. Before, you would have to, if they want to join a team in Florida, they gotta have they more than likely are going to want to name a sponsor in Florida, right? But let's say I'm their sponsor over here, and I know a good team in Florida, right? Well, now what I can do is I can sponsor that Florida EXP agent. They're already with EXP, that Florida team leader, and then I can, so I co-sponsor them first, and then I sponsor the person coming on to EXP, and that way, and then we share that person, right? So the rev share is 50-50. They get 50%, I get 50%, and everybody's happy because now they've got somebody local that is their sponsor, but I don't lose it. Because before May 1st, before it would be like, oh yeah, I'm going to go ahead and join with this person in Florida because they've got a team, they've got an office, and I need all these things, and I lose out. So it's doing so many things. I mean, if you're not doing much attraction, it's easy to understand, but it's what's hard to understand is the details around it, and it's just it's gonna make a really big change. I'm gonna show a quick 3-minute video, to just show you. It's a comical one, so it's pretty easy to follow. Hang on, here we go. Oh wait, I gotta share my screen, don't I? Let's see, toolkit, sound share.
Are you doing the video that
I'm doing this one here. Can you see it? Hang
Yeah.
on.
Yep.
Welcome to co-sponsorship
Oh, shoot.
at eXp Realty. A brand new game-changing program designed to take
Can you hear it?
collaboration to the next level.
Can you hear it? Okay.
Yeah.
You've heard of sponsorship, right? Well, we're making it even better by solving some of the biggest challenges new agents face when joining the brokerage. Let me break it down with a fun scenario. Meet Steve. He is joining eXp Realty. Meet Michael and Olive. Both are incredible leaders and agents at eXp Realty. Michael and Steve go way back, 20 years of friendship, working together in real estate. Olive is a social media real estate guru who knows how to grow a real estate business online and teaches others in her organization how to do it. In the past, Steve would have to choose just one of them as his sponsor, but with co-sponsorship, he can get the best of both worlds. Instead of picking just one sponsor, this new system lets him partner and learn from both, while both Michael and Olive benefit too. Michael remains Steve's primary sponsor and gets all the traditional benefits: revenue share, FLQA credit, stock grants. And Olive, as his co-sponsor, also wins. She gets Steve and her revenue share organization at level 1, a fast start bonus of 50% revenue share in the first year. Now, everyone wins. More collaboration and more success. Here's where it gets even better. If Steve grows his organization, revenue share still flows up to Michael as his primary sponsor. But for Olive, it works a little differently. She benefits with revenue from Steve and his direct recruits. No revenue flows further up her organization, keeping revenue sharing safe and sustainable. The result? Michael wins, Olive wins, and most importantly, Steve wins. The program is designed to foster collaboration and exponential growth. It allows more agents to work together, helping each other grow without limiting opportunities of cross-collaboration. But one important rule: the co-sponsor cannot be part of the same organization. This prevents double dipping and ensures revenue share remains fair and sustainable. At eXp Realty, we believe success isn't a solo journey, it's a team effort. With co-sponsorship, we're unlocking a new era of support, growth, and opportunity. Fostering more connections, more guidance, and even greater success. Because when we work together, we all rise. Welcome to the future of collaboration with eXp Realty.
All right, there you have it. Does that make sense, guys and gals?
Yeah, I think that was a pretty well explained video. As
It's
good
a
as I've
really good
seen so
one.
far.
Yeah, the more I hear it, the more I understand it.
Yep.
Yep. It's not that difficult, but what it does is it opens so many doors for you, right? Because here's another example. Let's say you're a brand new agent at eXp, and you want to bring somebody on that isn't brand new, that has a pretty decent producer. Well, they're probably not going to want to go under you potentially, right? Unless you've got other people in your organization, your leadership potentially. But if you remember, it can't be within the same organization. So let's say there's a team.
What does that mean, the same organization, Jeff? So like anybody
Meaning
in your
I can't
downline
co-sponsor.
upline?
You can't co-sponsor me. I can't co-sponsor you.
Okay, but
You can't
so-
co-sponsor Eric.
Try again.
Well, I'm sorry.
He could
Anybody
have
above you,
co-sponsored me.
anybody above you, right? Yeah, he could co-sponsor you. He can't. You can't co-sponsor up. You can choose a co-sponsor down. So anybody under you or within eXp's the company, you can sponsor. Just you can't sponsor Larry White. You can't sponsor me. You can't sponsor Jerry Stapp, right?
So
make
I
sense?
couldn't sponsor anybody that was couldn't do
Above you.
I couldn't do co-sponsor with somebody. Right.
It's in your leadership, correct, or above.
Okay, so basically that's kind of like going to be more for people you find that aren't in your local geographic area.
Not necessarily. No, I
Yeah,
shouldn't
give me an
use that.
example of how you would see
So
that.
Jesse Zavorsky, he's down in San Diego. Okay. Or what's his name? Who's the other San Diego? Kyle Whissel, right? He's got a big team. I know someone in San Diego that wants to join a big team, right?
Okay.
Well, they Jeff, I love you. You're my best friend, but I want to join Whistle's team, so I'm going to join under Whissel. Well, no, what I do is I sponsor him, and then I co-sponsor Kyle Whissel, and then Kyle Whissel gets part of the rev share. I get part of the rev share, but I get all the sponsor benefits, which is the stock, the 4,000 or the I'm sorry, 2,000 of the $4,000 bonus for the first year.
Okay.
So that's an example of somebody like right here in our backyard, right? It could be somebody here in Huntington Beach that has a traditional team that someone wants to join there. I don't have a traditional team, right? So I would co-sponsor. Andrew Warburg, that's another example. I would send somebody over there to join his team, right? His traditional team, and I would co-sponsor Andrew, then we both win.
You actually co-sponsor the person you're sending, right?
No, the co-sponsor is the EXP agent. That's who you're co-sponsoring. I'm sorry, that's who I sponsor, and then we co-sponsor that agent. Yes,
Right.
correct.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Just a quick comment. You've been talking about this a little while, and it's really, for everybody on this call, I would reach out to Jeff if you have a question about it before you talk to the agent, the person about it. You want to have that three-way call because you want to do it right. You don't want to lead them on. And I don't think it's best to lead with a co-sponsorship.
No, never.
It's more if it's going to be beneficial to that agent to be in two different organizations. So always just reach out to Jeff. He's been hearing this from leadership for the last 6 weeks. And we all are learning every time we hear it, but it's really going to help a lot of agents and a lot of people in the organization get more from their affiliation with EXP, especially somebody maybe who wants social media but wants REO or wants to be on a team but has a best friend. And we've been having multiple conversations with agents, so that would be my recommendation.
Yeah, it's a win-win-win. It's a win for the new EXP person coming on board EXP, and it's a win for both co-sponsors, or both the sponsor and the co-sponsor rather. So the other thing I want to mention too is I had someone reach out to me just last week and said from Sacramento and said, Jeff, I really like your organization. I like you as a team, a leader. I'm bringing somebody on in somebody on in they're in up where you're at, where Shauna, she's up in like Bakersfield. And I said, great. So they're co-sponsoring me and they're putting her name is Blanco, putting Blanco under them. They're part of Brent Gove's team up in Northern California. And then I'm going to be the co-sponsor because I'm here locally and they looked me up and found me. And again, that's why you have your profiles all set up nice. Because people are looking for agents. Agents are looking for agents. Anyway, I hope I didn't mess that up too bad. All right. Well, good. We ended on time. Look at that.
Any questions before we end? We have a minute.
And last thing I want to remind you, and that just reminded me, I forgot. When you bring on somebody, if you sponsor somebody, just forget co-sponsoring. If you bring on an agent to EXP, that first year, assuming they're a capper, you get $4,000 from EXP. $4,000 for one agent. That's crazy. That's great. So don't be scared. Don't be shy, I should say. If you have somebody you want to bring on, just reach out to me or Eric or Kelly or anybody in leadership that we're all here to help. I think we're going to attract Chloe today. I'm hoping. She got her license last week, so I'm on it. Anyway, all right. Motivational thought. If there's no questions. Who's got it? Come on, someone's got one.
You need to ask this at the beginning of the call so we have something ready.
That's true.
No,
Because
we
some
should
of this,
always have one.
well, yeah, I know.
Everyone's on here.
Well, there's some newcomers, so I agree with Eric. We could do that. Someone's got one. I think Eric's looking one up. I see him.
But
typing.
opportunities don't happen, you create them.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
always a good one. Mic drop. So go create opportunities, guys, and reach out to us if we can help. All
Thank-
right.
have a-
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you guys.
See you
Bye.
later.
Bye.
Thanks.
Chloe, I will be